Though you could say that I have Marvel fatigue from the amount of Marvel movies that I've been watching since, what is it, 2008 when Iron Man came out. But I enjoy the Ant-Man movies. It's very charming and a lot lighter than most Marvel movies, so I generally enjoy them. But this movie was kind of missing that. It was a little darker, or at least, I mean, it felt darker towards the end of it. But I still enjoyed it a lot more than what Marvel has been releasing as of late. Though it does have its flaws, it's short, the pacing's done very well in comparison to movies like Eternals or Black Panther Wakanda Forever, where it just feels like it's being dragged out and it doesn't really feel like it's going anywhere. This film doesn't really have that, and also in terms of action, it's pretty well balanced. It doesn't feel like there's an excessive amount of it, and the movie has plenty of heart with the relationship between Scott and Cassie and how Scott is kind of trying to insert himself as her father, because on his end it's only been a while, but on her end it's been years. Now she's been kind of trying to grow up on her own, learn to survive, and do things on her own without her father. So now having her father there, it's kind of weird, the relationship between them. But you can see that Scott is still her father, he still loves her, and he will make any sacrifice necessary in order to protect her. I also enjoyed the antagonist in Kang the Conqueror, played by Johnathon Majors, and I don't know what he was like in the comic book. I don't care. I only care about what I see right in front of me, and he was played very well. He was very convincing. He felt very intimidating, though again there are flaws with this film. And though Paul Rudd and Michael Douglas and etc kind of bring this charm to Ant-Man, to Marvel, the story still felt a little bit darker than what I'm accustomed to, at least when it comes to Ant-Man films. Okay, so my biggest issue with this film, its biggest flaw, something that it was just missing, and I think we can all agree on what it was.
But anyway, and Ignacio tells me, yo, I met this crazy fine writer chick at the spot last night. Like, fine, like crazy stupid fine. And he goes up to the bartender and goes, look at the girl I'm with. You know what I'm saying? She's crazy stupid fine, right? And the bartender's all like, yeah, crazy stupid fine.
But no, like I said before, that charm that came with Ant-Man, a nice little blend of comedy and action, it was kind of missing in this film. I mean, yeah, there was comedy and there was action, but it was also a lot darker, a lot more serious, a lot deeper than the previous Ant-Man films. I think the biggest flaw that this movie has was also a very big issue with Thor Love and Thunder, which is the underutilization of the film's antagonist. Though Johnathon Majors makes a brief appearance at the beginning of the film, and I do mean brief, the character of Kang the Conqueror isn't introduced until like halfway through the film, and then after that it's basically, do this or I kill your daughter, and then right after that it's like a big confrontation, the climax essentially. But Kang the Conqueror was pretty charismatic in a way, like he had a reason for doing what he was doing, even though you didn't really like the reasons, and he was very intimidating. I think Johnathon Majors did a very good job. The problem is, again, the underutilization of him, but also the plot armor. It was so evident that he could have done whatever he wanted. He could have escaped at any moment he wanted. He could have taken out everybody whenever he wanted, but he didn't. He like essentially gave the heroes time to take him down, and it just made no sense. And while on the subject of the climax, I think it would have been a lot better if they had more of a bittersweet ending, in that they prevented Kang the Conqueror from getting out, but Hope and Scott were essentially trapped in the quantum realm for an unforeseen period of time until they were able to get them out. Or let Kang escape, given that he did say something bad was coming and basically only he can prevent it. So essentially accepting the lesser of two evils. So I mean, they should have gone with more of a bittersweet ending if they wanted to take that dark path, which they did. Like, you can see the desperation in Scott, in that he would stay trapped in the quantum realm. He would sacrifice his own life if it meant keeping his daughter safe, and I love that aspect of the film. But then it kind of just got screwed up, because right after they just handed Kang an L, they just got him out of the quantum realm, and that was it. Like, it was done. And the whole redemption of Darren Cross, with Cassie simply telling him to stop being a dick, they could have just scratched that off. I don't know why that was in the film. That didn't need to be in there. I thought it was really stupid. But anyway, another big issue that I had was, if Janet was so reluctant and fearful of communicating and having anything to do with the quantum realm, then why did they allow Scott Lang to go back into the quantum realm? I think it was, to get quantum energy or something like that. If it was such a bad thing to be in the quantum realm, then why would they let Scott Lang go back there? I mean, is it different when you send a signal to the quantum realm for whatever reason, as opposed to just physically going there yourself? Like, I don't get that. I don't know if it was explained in the film. If it was explained, I missed it. Let me know down in the comment section, but that part made absolutely no sense to me. I mean, for the sake of the story, I just accepted it, but in the moment, I'm just like,
what the fuck is this?
Just as for the sake of the story, I accepted that there were beings in the quantum realm that for whatever reason appeared to be human, but were not. They also had a very convenient way of having the main characters understand and being able to communicate with beings within the quantum realm, thus making the movie English when they could have just made up a new language or have been more creative, but I guess that would have caused a lot more aggravation and time, so I mean, it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. It's a little too convenient for me, but it is what it is. Overall, the movie was pretty mid. It didn't blow me out of my seat, but it also didn't have me bored to death, and because the pacing was done very well, it didn't have me checking my clock like, yo, how much longer is this movie gonna take, or is it actually leading to something? Like, it was pretty straightforward, and this movie marks the beginning of phase 5, so we'll see where it goes from here. But like I said, I think I just have Marvel fatigue, and that I've watched too many Marvel films to the point where I can't even get excited for Marvel films anymore. I wasn't excited for this film. I didn't want to watch it. I watched it for this purpose, to let you guys know how I feel, but I really didn't get excited for this film. Like, none of the films upcoming with Marvel Studios are highly anticipated for me. It's just like whatever at this point. But let me know how you guys feel in the comment section, if you agree with me, if you found it kind of average, nothing really spectacular, or if you really loved the film, or if you really hated it. Either way, let me know in the comment section how you feel. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you then. Bye bye.